there is a new product we're going to announce today. I'm thinking, can I speak about it?
Come on, give us some juice for our...
We're not choosing where to invest. We're
Okay.
investing to all of them.
We need to put it in the intro of the video.
We process more transactions per hour than Mastercard. So if somebody wants to launch in 30 minutes with us, we can do it. Brazil is a couple of billion.
Okay.
It's a joke. So I'm leading all of this. It's 5,000 people.
This was actually my best podcast.
Powered by my gaming license.
Hello and welcome back to My Gaming License podcast. Today we have a very special guest who is the CEO of one of the biggest names in iGaming B2B space. And we are very excited to have Leonid, CEO of SoftConstruct Group, in this episode. Thank you for joining us. Do watch till the end. We have some interesting discussions coming up. So let's dive right in.
Thank you, Leonid, for coming today. I know you have very, very tight schedule. Let's kickstart our conversation. Can you tell us about yourself, about your journey, experience, just very shortly? Who are you to our viewers?
I'm the CEO of SoftConstruct. And SoftConstruct brings together BetConstruct, VBet, FitConstruct, and quite a few game provider brands like Creed Rooms, Pascal, Popok, and Choice Gaming. So I'm leading all of this. It's 5,000 people in 16 locations across the globe. Before being in this role, I was a partner at McKinsey, based in Zurich, Switzerland, and I was consulting quite a few of the iGaming companies on all kind of matters. So that's how I ended up where I am.
If you could sum up like maybe 2 to 3 big key stages of your journey before SoftConstruct, what would it be that has got you in this position right now?
Look, I think my time at McKinsey has been 12 years. I've been doing a few things. Number one, I've been a consultant for banks and corporate and investment banks in particular. If you think about that, like I was helping them sell more and better in the B2B space, which is quite relevant to iGaming. There is a lot of trading and quantitative work, which is also quite relevant to the sportsbook work. So my banking part, I think, has been quite helpful in the B2B side of my work. I've also been doing a lot of AI at McKinsey. And actually, I brought AI to SoftConstruct and BetConstruct. I was behind the rebranding from BetConstruct to BetConstruct AI.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it everywhere at
Yeah.
ICE, right?
That's
Like,
me.
yeah. I mean, can you tell us a little bit more about that? Just because now we are speaking about it, because I saw this everywhere. I think maybe
Yes.
Odi as well. And I was wondering like what it is and how it benefits customers, for example.
Yeah, look, in the iGaming industry, there's quite a lot of data that I feel nobody's taking advantage of. If you think about SoftConstruct, we process more transactions per hour than Mastercard. Which, if you think about it, makes a lot of sense, right? There's a lot of people across the globe clicking various buttons, so it makes a lot of sense. So there's a lot of things people are doing. There's also a lot of promotions that are happening. And all of this is prime space for applications of AI. And when I go to YouTube or Netflix, I see a universe which is personalized to me. When I go to your average iGaming website, whatever it is, it's not really personalized. So we've changed that quite a bit. And there are plenty of examples. But I think basically the essence of it is that we're making it better for the users, which is now then better for the operators, which is then better for us. So it's coming from us trying to become not just a B2B company, but rather a B2B2C company. So make it better for the user, and then the benefits will come to us as well.
Sounds good.
How does it help the user at the current stage when it comes to the AI features?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. So there is a user who plays a certain type of games, right? Now, when they go to the website, they see the top games. That's
Right.
the most regular category that you see.
Yeah.
What we now do is we show the games that are relevant to this user. And
Netflix, for example.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it is very, very complicated because we need to show them the games they played before. We need to show them something that is similar, but it's a new game. So they experiment. So there's a lot of thinking and experimentation that's behind it.
Wow.
And they also, what we're now doing, it's a secret, but let me do it anyway. So, on Netflix, if you watch, I don't know, Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it will give you a category. It's like, because you watched Breaking Bad.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we're doing that.
Ah.
Like, if you play game X, because you like game X, and they will give you
Because-
similar games.
Amazing.
So
yeah.
we're doing all of this, and it's
Is it already
You-
live? Or?
yeah.
Oh,
So the
wow.
users
We need
like
to
it.
check, yeah.
Yeah, I can show you. And we're also doing all of it based on A/B testing. So we're trying to understand what the impact is, and before we roll it out, we check it 50 times in 50 geographies that it works. So the ones I've told you about, they work 100%.
Sounds great. So from my understanding, this is one thing that goes both of the investments to like BetConstruct AI, like making AI things. What couple of other products that are the main focus right now for the company?
Yeah, our company is not really resource constrained. What I mean by that is that when I look at BetConstruct, VBet, FeedConstruct, Pascal, we're not choosing where to invest. We're investing into all of them, and into people, and into AI, and into a lot of the sort of horizontal capabilities. So we're not constrained in that way. So there's no like an area where we focus, an area where we don't focus. We focus on everything.
Okay.
We're investing into everything. It's just that in every business that I'm leading, it's a different thing we're trying to achieve. Let's say in BetConstruct, a lot of it is becoming more global, becoming closer to the clients. In VBet, it's entering new markets. And FeedConstruct, it's expanding in a quite a simple way, like we're just expanding. So we are focused on everything, on growth. I could put it this way.
I mean, it's already huge.
Yeah, and when we go back to the AI topic, it's just really interesting as we don't see it in iGaming usually, right? So if we make it so customized for the end user based on his or her preferences, wouldn't that tamper the existing B2B providers' relations and what they want to be seen on the screen?
Excellent question. A lot of the nature of the business I'm leading is that I am working with our providers and I'm also competing with them.
Yeah.
So let's say Sportradar is our major partner. We acquire data from them. We also compete with them with FeedConstruct. It's the same with our casino provider brand. So it's a topic. It was the number one topic I thought about when we started doing AI. There are a million ways to do it in a way that is actually beneficial for the provider. And we're actually working quite closely with them. What we always tell them is that everything that is AI is there for the user. If the user likes a game, they will see the game that they're going to like. If you want to be shown more prominently, you know what to do. Do a good game. So we are using AI in a very fair way that is user-centric. We're not tweaking and tuning it to benefit one game provider or another, not even our own.
Fair competition here, yeah.
And for some of them, it's a tough message because they're used to working with different companies to make sure they're positioned very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they can do it to an extent, but everything that is AI-driven, it is there for the user.
I mean, at the end of the day, over the time, I think we would be able to give the provider the insights they need to kind of integrate that side of the...
Absolutely. I think there are, as I said, there's a million ways they can benefit from it, but not in an unfair way.
Okay. Okay, now we're seeing that you have this great feature that might make the operator to choose BetConstruct. What are other features right now that you would say are the main features why the operators should choose you?
Look, one of them is the choice that we give our operators. It's incredibly hard for me to manage, but we have a lot of internal competition. So every time an operator comes to us and they want to set up a new website, we have 3 front ends that they can choose from. And they're really different. And they don't even talk to each other. And there is proper competition. So they can go with A or C. And whatever they choose, they'll get a different set of features. So they get much more choice when working with us, I believe, than when working with others. And there's a lot of customizability. They can also say, look, I want to set up my own front end. Just give them the APIs. They can set up whatever they want.
Okay, it's going to be a tough question. So after the operator starts with you, we know that BetConstruct doesn't like to share their clients with others and to maybe integrate something new. How do you ensure that the operators are not, unhappy with that and not go with the second or third brand to another provider?
There are a few things. First of all, we have our own CRM system, customer support chatbot. So there's a lot that we offer.
Ecosystem.
Yeah. So if they want a different CRM system, there must be a strong reason for them to want it, because our own CRM system, I think, is very good. For example, we can personalize the bonuses with AI. So we can tell the operator which user needs to get which bonus in what volume, which nobody in the competition can do. Right? So the first thing we're trying to do to make them happy is that our products should be good. Right? So there are many CRM providers, but our CRM system actually offers some AI features that nobody else does. For example, the personalization of bonus mechanics, it's something that, as far as I'm aware, only we can do. So that's the first thing we're doing. Second, a lot of operators would want to experiment with a different platform provider with their second and third brand.
Yeah.
And it's all right. Frankly, it happens. We're seeing a lot of that. Sometimes we are that alternative platform provider.
Yeah.
And it's the most interesting clients for me are these clients. I make sure I speak to them personally. And I tell them, look, I know you have a few brands with this platform provider and a few with us. Can you tell me what we should do better, which we should do worse? And what can we do to make sure that you move all of them to us? And I can tell you that in the past half a year, I've had a lot of discussions when they were ready to move from other providers to us.
Great.
And probably none when we were being sacrificed for people to move. It's obviously very complicated geographically, commercially. It's not just product,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? But I think we are quite successful. So I'm never too upset when they want to experiment.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes they become much happier with what we have. Every client has complaints, right? Like we don't
Yeah.
respond.
Yes,
Then
of
they try another
course.
platform. They're like,
Yeah, okay.
you're
It's the
actually
same,
good.
Yeah.
You're actually
two,
good.
yes.
So, and I had a conversation on Wednesday where the client was like, we're migrating 4 of our brands to your sports book, and it's a disaster. I was like, great.
What do you
Like,
mean?
it's just better than everybody else.
Okay.
I was like, it's a demanding client. It's very good when we
Yeah.
have demanding clients.
So you can improve the existing
Exactly.
products.
I
But
have-
also, like, sorry.
Yeah, of course.
But also, like, what keeps them stay, in your opinion, with SoftConstruct's products?
Yeah, I think the number one thing that keeps them stay is that we treat them as partners, and we are partners. Whatever they need from us, we do our best to be flexible. We are never these like commercial sharks.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel in the relationships we have. I'm obviously newer, but we have some clients who've been with us for 10 years. They would come to me and say like, the margins you're getting from us are incredible, but I'm not going to negotiate because you saved me. In the 10 years I'm with you, I've been in trouble 3 times. You saved me only 3 times, so I'm here for you forever. So that's the type of relationships that cannot easily be replicated or copied. And that's how we operate as a company.
Yeah, I think like in the industry, we don't know much about the behind the scenes, what's going on. Yeah. We don't know about much of the features. We don't know what's going on with your operators and partners, how's everything built. And I think like I truly believe that you need to communicate that more to the iGaming society, like the community here.
This is exactly the message I always give to the team. As I said, I have 5,000 people. And I think, as you know, in any company, people always have something to complain about.
Of course.
I think we have so much to be proud of.
Yeah.
And we're not proud enough of what we've built and achieved and keep doing and keep achieving.
Yeah.
You know, when anyone thinks about BetConstruct or SoftConstruct, the first thing that comes to our mind is the stands.
Yeah.
At the biggest events, at smallest events, anything really. We know that your group invests heavily into the stands, the trade show presence, the events, to treat the clients, to maintain the relationships and to better them as well. You know, we are also curious, would that level of investment go into the product in terms of making it the best it could be?
We're investing much more into product than we are into marketing. Obviously our stands and our events are massive and impressive, and I love them, and we'll keep doing them, and we'll do more this year. Yet it's a small share of what we're doing. If you think about sportsbook, it's an incredibly expensive business to run. Like, you need to get the data from all the major providers like Genius and Sportradar. It's very expensive, and we are good partners and have great relationships with them. And that's the engine that keeps us running.
Yeah.
The events are just a cherry on the top.
But
You cannot believe me.
yeah,
I can see from your you don't believe me.
I do believe you in the way you said it. The only thing though is that investment worthwhile? Because BetConstruct has already the brand. People know BetConstruct,
Yeah.
right?
I'm asking this question myself every day and have an answer. Sometimes I have a new client who chooses to work with us.
Mm-hmm.
And I would ask them, like, what made you choose BetConstruct?
Very good question.
And they say, who else is there to work with? You are the brand. And I'm like, okay, so it does pay back, right? Everything we're doing on the marketing side, it pays back in the form of this choice that people are making. Now, there's a lot of, it's very easy to say, okay, next year we cut it.
Mm-hmm.
But we are where we are because for 10 years before that, we've been investing heavily into our brand. And we've been backing that investment into the brand with our investments into innovation,
Mm-hmm.
product, quality of service, relationships, people, right? So as a CEO, if I were a CEO of a public company, it would have been very easy for me to do some optimizations
Yeah.
here or there for the short term. But we are a family business. We're privately owned. So we'll run it in a way that would keep the company successful for tens of years. And that's the spirit we're keeping it in. We think the volume of marketing investment we're doing is the right volume. And maybe we need to do a bit more. So we're going in this direction. That's the right thing to do. So we'll continue doing it.
But is it not because once you had a big stand, you can't go lower or smaller? That's why you have to maintain, or it's justified?
It is that too. It
Yeah.
is that too. And I think it pays back, right? Because if you think about our industry, a lot of the organizations and geographies are only entering this industry.
Mhm.
Industry is still forming.
Right.
And I would have some, I don't know, government officials from country X
Yeah.
come to ICE and they would see our stand being the stand it is.
Mhm.
You know what it is. And
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
they remember that we're the big boys of the industry. So whenever there is something big and serious to do for people who are new to the industry, they
Mhm.
know that we are the big players we are. So we feel it's only fair for us to be the biggest and the most impressive in terms of marketing presence, because that's what we are in the industry. We are some of the biggest and I'm sure the most innovative in the industry.
Here I believe Leonid because I know like
Yeah.
I'm from consulting, and if he says that it's efficient and you need to do more, it's a fact. So yeah.
Yeah, even for me as a marketing professional myself in B2B, this is amazing to have a CEO who kind of backs, who kind of knows that this is long-term investment. Sometimes I would have to work with startups where I would have to explain these things, which is very difficult for someone who doesn't believe in marketing, right?
Yeah.
They expect, okay, we have a stand 10 by 10. Where are my leads tomorrow? It's not going to work like that. It's going to take some time
Absolutely.
to build the awareness, to build the brand. And once you build the brand, you can reap the fruits, kind of.
Absolutely. And look, 90% of the providers that companies choose as their B2B providers are providers that they've known before they even started
Yeah.
this particular choice process,
Yes.
right? Like if somebody wants a CRM system, they end up going with the system they knew before they started doing the
Absolutely.
whole internal
They
process.
heard, yeah.
It's a well-researched topic, and I think we're doing it right.
Okay, and in terms of you said like you're growing, are you growing also geographically? Like are you going to other countries?
Yeah, we are. Every week we get a new client from a new geography, and there's a lot of product adaptation that we need to do. And it's not just growth, it's also we are changing to be more geographically diverse and to be closer to our clients.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people know us as an Armenian company,
Right.
and I think we're much less of an Armenian company than we used to be. We are now, for our Brazilian clients, we're Brazilian. For our, South African clients, we're South African.
Yeah.
So we're working quite hard on being that, and I think we're also being successful, right? So I know plenty of our clients, they see me and they're like, so you don't speak Portuguese? No, I don't.
I thought you speak, yes.
Because they work with our team in Brazil.
You could be
and
Portuguese.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
from the way.
I take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
So we're working on that too. So it's not just expansion. We also need to deliver to power this expansion.
Well, looking at the workforce, you've mentioned multiple times now that you have a team of 5,000, right? How do you ensure employee satisfaction at this level? Of course, as we know, everyone has something to complain. And I think people are one of the most challenging areas in any company to manage, especially at this level and in iGaming. So how do you usually manage after you took over the
It's an
CEO
excellent
seat, for
question
example?
and one I'm working on very hard. The nature of our workforce is also that it's very diverse. Like we have more than 1,000 live dealers,
Yeah.
which is one type of people. We have software
Yes.
developers, which is a different type of people. We have salespeople in Malta and in Brazil, right, which are completely different. So you cannot just have one recipe and it works. We're also, unlike a lot of companies in the industry, a primarily in-person company. So we don't have a lot of people working remote. Yeah, that is not us. So it's tricky.
Is it because you don't believe in it, or it's because it's less effective in a way?
Yeah, very
We find it to be less effective for some roles, and we try to bring people together more often than others do. When we look at what the big tech companies are doing, I think we're moving in the same direction. A lot of them are bringing people to the office. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
But it's a long debate, which I don't think there is a single truth, and we're also trying to be flexible on that. So there's not one thing we can do on talent to make them all happy.
Yeah.
I'm also very vocal about that. We're not here to just be happy. We're also here to deliver the results.
Yeah.
I work hard myself, and a lot of people in our company work hard. So we want everybody to be as happy as they can be, as long as the results are there, the innovation is there. So it's not my only focus to deliver satisfaction and engagement.
As a founder, I'm very curious. Are your employees working 8 hours or a little bit more or a bit less? I mean, like it depends on the team, depends on the phase and everything. But how do you think?
The honest answer is I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure. I mean, it's not something we monitor day to day, right?
Yes.
I monitor results, and I'm sure our founders do too. I'm sure we have people working 2 or 3 hours per day, right? If it's a talented software engineer who is working on this high load system,
True.
I actually don't want them to work 15 hours per day. It's risky, right? So I'm sure we have people working 2 hours and people working 16. What we care about is what they deliver,
right,
and how they work together. And it's not easy because the company is global. There are so many time zones. There's a lot of things to work around and a lot of communication challenges.
Yes.
So I think people work quite hard and they power through a lot of the challenges in working together.
Right. I know that it's interesting thing that you mentioned that you have your even own app for the communication. That's it's your huge.
It's a chat app, right? I saw some chat app as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We have 2.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
Okay.
I think it's probably on the blockchain side.
No.
Okay.
It's just I was like, I mean, like we use Telegram.
Yeah.
I mean, like bigger ones is Slack, and then like even bigger ones have their own one, just to customize.
A lot of the things we have our own.
Okay. Cool. Just to switch the topics a little bit. Now we are in this age where we see a lot of SaaS casinos.
Yeah.
SaaS white label platforms. Launch your business in 30 minutes kind of messaging and positioning. How do you see that? Like, what's your thoughts on launching an iGaming business in 30 minutes? And are you developing something similar?
I think it's a great thing. And actually, we can deliver
something
that too.
Like Shopify for...
Yeah, we can deliver that too. So if somebody wants to launch in 30 minutes with us, we can do it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
We need to put it in the intro of the video.
Maybe it's not the number one message we're sending to the world.
Yeah.
The
but
number
it's
one
gaining popularity.
Yes.
You know.
It is. Yeah. So the number one message we are sending to the world is with us you can become successful because you have everything for every stage of your growth. Like you can start with us, you can be a top 5 operator on a huge market. With us, you can be everything, right? So that's where we are focused on. Less so on to me, it's not the essence of the business it's not the essence of what people want, right? They want a successful online casino. They don't want it in 30 minutes. If it's 2 weeks, what's it going to change?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of catchy positioning in the market, and a lot of the things that our competitors are saying, we're like, Sure, we had it 5 years ago. It's all right. Now we don't have to say it all the time, but I think it's great. Everything that pushes the industry forward is good for us and good for the industry, good for the operators. The more competition there is, the better for all of us.
Are you working on any specific brand for this kind of positioning?
It's all BetConstruct. There is nothing. I don't think there is anything special about it. The moment I joined the company, they did a demo for me. Like, yeah, you can set it up in 15 minutes. Like, it's easy. Sure.
I will
we
tell
have it.
you why it's very important.
Mhm.
There are people, for example, that we already had the conversation with Surya and another person. Is that, for example, they're influencers or Twitch influencers or like
Streamers.
Yeah.
streamer stars. They,
Affiliates as well.
yes, they want to start very fast, and they are going like towards those brands who position them to like launch in 30 minutes. They understand it's not possible. I mean, like they will not do it in 30 minutes. But in your mind, it's like with them, it's gonna be faster than with their regular providers.
That's great. I think the competitors like these are pushing us forward, so that's good for us. And I have some secrets that I will not disclose on what we're doing in this space. And because our company, we have two things, right? We innovate. We
Yeah.
always do things that nobody else is
Yeah.
doing. Like AI, we are
Yeah.
by far number one in the industry. We didn't say it before you came to, which was it, Lisbon? I think it was Lisbon.
Yes,
Mhm.
It was
with
the
Lisbon.
BetConstruct AI. We had all the
Okay.
products. It was already
yes.
there. Like we didn't announce it a year before and then release half of it.
Yeah.
We do the big boom, right? So we have a lot to show on the topics that you're talking about now with the influencers, wanting to go
Yes.
fast. We'll show it when we have it.
Come on, give us some juice for our.
We'll do it in the next expo.
All right, cool. The other thing I want to also touch about is like one of the very important things for operators launching an iGaming business is brand identity, right? You mentioned before that you have 3 templates or ways to choose from. If 2 operators choose the A, will they look the same? Will they not have a unique brand identity?
Excellent question. So this A and B and C, each of them is actually modular.
Mm-hmm.
There is a new product we're going to announce today. I'm thinking, can I speak about it?
If it's today, like
Yeah.
our podcast will be
I'll
like
do
in the
it.
yes.
Yeah. It'll take
One of
time.
our front ends, what you're going to, we were already able to do is you can talk to it. You can say,
Like prompts?
yeah.
Okay.
So you can say, I want this menu to be on the left. I want
Okay.
this widget to be above
Like
that
Lovable.
widget.
This-
Yeah. So you can create your own online casino just talking to it without any of the coding or anything like that.
Like
Even
voice
about
or
that
even like
texting.
text prompt?
Yeah. You text,
Voice.
you do the text.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, if you want voice, you can do voice.
Yeah.
Uh,
It would be great just sitting like you have a laptop, like do it on the left. Make
Yeah.
it a little bit
Yeah,
more
yeah.
pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, you can do all
Put
of
a
that.
banner here.
You can do all of
Yes.
that.
Move this
Yeah.
here.
And more than that, your users who are heavier on casino will see a casino interface.
Yeah.
Those who do more sports betting, they will see more sports betting. So it's also going to be personalized. So we have all of that, and it's quicker than 30 minutes, I have to tell you. More than that, a lot of the people coming to us, they already have their marketing teams and visual identity, so they can do whatever they want. But we also have our own service. If they need help, we can help them become unique and develop their brand positioning and
okay.
design and logo and name and whatnot. There are so many things we can do. Sometimes I think we don't find the way to communicate everything we can deliver to our clients.
Right. This is, I think, the thing that.
Yeah. And in the same line of thought, like what would be the biggest trap for any operator who wants to do their own software instead of going for BetConstruct or any other B2B provider?
Yeah. So as you can imagine, we're getting a lot of that. So
Because,
whoever becomes...
I work with a lot of, to follow up, I work with a lot of B2B companies, and a lot of what I hear is, we don't want to go down the route of white label because we want our own customization abilities.
Yeah.
They do know that it might cost them $1 million. It might cost 6 to 8 to 12 months, but they want to go down that route because they want to have completely new experience. So what is your message to these kind of companies?
There are a few things I believe, and maybe I don't always say it to them. So a lot of our clients, they become huge, right? And the moment they become huge, they look at the bill, like, why are we paying BetConstruct this money, right? Let's just build our own BetConstruct. So it's very common, and all of them do it. It's much harder than they think. I think every single B2C, big B2C brand, every single game provider, they're like, why can't we just do what the BetConstruct's of the world are doing?
Yeah.
And then if you look back 5 years, how many of them have become truly successful? I think it's much harder than people think it is. There's a lot of infrastructure that goes into it. The engineering is not just putting up a website.
Right.
There is a lot of work with the various software providers to make it work globally, right? Because it has to load in this geography and in that geography pretty quickly. And it's not like a computer you can put in the back of your room, right? So it's much harder than people think. At the same time, we're all for it, right? If our client wants to do it, as I said, like they can put on their front end. We always tell them, start with the front end. We give you the API, you do whatever you want at the front end. They do it, they're like, okay, we regret doing the front end.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you think you want to do your own platform? It's much harder than that. And then it's one thing to do it on the casino side. The moment you go into sportsbook,
Yeah.
it's a bit more complicated.
Yes. They don't know the kitchen.
Yeah, so I'm all for it. I think people should try. And I think quite a lot of operators will succeed with the rise of AI and software development. But having to run this every day, run into stability issues, infrastructure, architecture, I can tell you it's much harder than it seems from the outside.
Moving to the compliance, because I do that.
There's a big smile.
Yes.
I do that too.
Yeah, okay. So this is a great question then. This is one of the things then that operators consider when choosing the provider.
Yeah.
So how do you ensure that the operators stay compliant with your platform and with your products?
That's an excellent one. Look, as I said, we have our own B2C operation, right? We run it in Brazil, France, UK, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, Romania, and a few more countries. So these are heavily regulated markets, as you know. And it's a great learning for us as a big organization to have to run B2C operations countries like that. Because when our B2B clients come to us and say, oh, we want this and that in UK or Brazil, we're like, we know what you mean. I know personally what they mean.
Yeah.
So I feel we as SoftConstruct are getting a lot of benefits from having all these businesses inside. And BetConstruct is getting a lot of benefits from having VBET in the group on the compliance side. So we feel like we are efficient and fast, right? Because if there are clients in country X, sometimes in this country, we have our own tiny little B2C operation. We've already done all the work that is needed.
Right.
Also, obviously, our systems are so modular that if in this country they need to reporting in this or that way, we can always adjust and do everything we can. So in that sense, we are flexible. We also have a separate team that makes sure that whatever big compliance requirement that is coming our way, we can route it throughout the organization. If we need to change something on the back end, on the reporting side, on this side, that side, there is a special team that makes sure it gets executed throughout and then delivered on the right day.
Got it. This is great. Do you have like one compliance person that oversees both like B2B and B2C part of the business of SoftConstruct, or is it two people?
We have one compliance person. It's also more complicated than that because we have a separate person dealing with certification and licensing, which to us is separate from compliance. And compliance is in itself broken down into elements because there is technical compliance, there is reporting, there is responsible gaming, there is AML. So it's quite a show we're running.
How big is your compliance team?
I don't think that matters, right? What matters is that it works. It's also, there's a compliance team, but there are 1,000 people working for compliance in various capacity and form and shape. And you can say, I'm a compliance person, right?
Yeah.
That would not be unfair.
And we're always there to help you.
Thank you.
Great. And also, when it comes to compliance, one of the other things that I also really like to discuss is crypto casinos and being anonymous. Like users prefer to be anonymous. So how do we ensure compliance in those non-KYC type of situations?
All these situations have their own compliance requirements. If the compliance bar is low, it doesn't mean there's no compliance. So everywhere we run, there is a compliance requirement and we make sure to comply. I have like a compliance dashboard where everywhere I can see all the upcoming changes into regulation and what we're doing to be there on time. So there's never an area of the business where there's no compliance, right?
Okay, great. Last two questions, and I think we're almost there. So in terms of operators, if we look at operators in these years of businesses, from all the experience and data that we have at BetConstruct, why do casinos fail?
Oh, there are so many reasons.
Give us the top two.
Yeah.
The top two. Maybe number one is insufficient investment. I think
Wow.
when you're looking at the industry, you're like, oh, it's me and my friend, we'll just do it. You're competing with so many players who have the investment muscle.
Yeah.
So you have to differentiate and you have to invest. You cannot just hope that it sticks, right? So I think a lot of our competitors are actually reviewing the business cases and making sure the operators have the means. We never do that. We have an open door policy. We're very transparent. We're very transparent with our pricing as well. So whoever comes to us, they know how much they'll need to pay. But if I had to be honest, I'll tell them, make sure you have the means to be successful.
And what is it like, for example? From what number you said that it's going to be successful?
Brazil is a couple of billion.
Okay.
It's a joke.
I was like, yeah.
Well,
okay,
I mean,
500
licensing.
Yes, yeah. I was like also about thinking licensing.
No, I don't think there is one answer. And I think it's a combination of investment and differentiation and quality. So you need to spend more if you're just doing what everybody else is doing. You need to spend less if you are hitting a segment, hitting a niche, doing something unique. So I don't think it's as easy as I can give you a number.
Okay.
So I think that's number one. Number two is probably marketing, which is closely interlinked. It's not easy to run marketing in our industry. It's quite competitive. The customer acquisition costs are going up every day and every week. And getting it right sometimes takes a lot of experimentation and testing and learning. And I don't think every single operator has enough time and muscle to go through this journey to be successful. But then, frankly, many more successful than there are unsuccessful operators.
Yes, so true. Do you, by the way, invest in the operators that go successful? I mean, do you have such kind of desire or cases maybe you can disclose?
I think we invest in with our trust whenever they need our help or an additional service. We don't always charge for everything,
Great
right?
answer.
We don't invest. We don't take shares in their business. One comment I've heard from an operator is they said, we're a family business. We have 3 co-owners and you, since they pay a revenue share, right?
Yeah.
They're like, you are one of the
Okay.
partners.
Yes,
And I
yes.
was like, right, that makes sense.
Yes.
I do take a revenue share from them.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. I think a lot of our partners feel like we are co-investors.
Yeah, this is also true. Like the mind behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to close off, what are the plans for SoftConstruct Group going into 2026? Our viewers would be very curious to know if you could announce any.
Yeah, I don't. I think that typically I'm direct, not in this case. Our company has always been innovating, right? Somebody told me that we've been the first to have a bar at a stand at an expo.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's
Okay.
true, but sounds very convincing. It sounds like BetConstruct. So we are innovating and we are doing something that nobody else is doing. And I think that will stay with us forever. We are always focused on doing something that nobody else is doing. So we'll continue on that. There is also this pop song, Unstoppable, about the Porsche with no brakes. So we are a Porsche with no brakes. We're investing into all of our businesses quite heavily this year and next year and the year after that. So what I can say for sure that we'll keep innovating, we'll keep growing, we'll be a much better place to work for all of our people and we'll hire much more. So I'm very excited and proud. And as I said in the beginning, I think people working with us are not as proud as I feel they could be given where we are. So I think there's a lot more to come.
I think we would need another conversation just on
Yes.
that topic. And
Yeah.
with
Let's do
this, yeah. So thank you so much for joining us as well as sharing
you.
a lot of details about SoftConstruct. I think
the picture is much more clear right now.
Yeah, and
actually.
we have never heard it from
Right.
anyone in this way. So thank you so much.
We
Thank you very
can
much.
speak more. There's much more for me to uncover.
Deal.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Leonid.
Thank you.
That's it, guys, for today. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe, like, as well as watch out for the next episode on My Gaming License podcast.
I thought we already finished it. That's why I was like clapping. But they will cut it.
Or not.
Thank you.
This was
I
actually
think-
my best podcast.
You think?
Short, direct, to the
Yes.
point. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so
Me
much,
too.
actually.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
It's been
you.
fun.
Maybe we went over the top. I don't know how much time.
Actually, this is also very, very true that people in community, they don't know BetConstruct.
know.
Yes.
They don't know.
Like the Surya is the
Like, I'm
person.
surprised with so many
I
things,
know,
and
I
I
know.
like BetConstruct more now. Cool. We take a picture, final picture before
can
we
do
let you
that.
go.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should be in the center.
The VBET logo. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do
Here's
it.
my AirPods.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, much better.
Cool.
Powered by My Gaming License.